Hello and welcome to Chamber Insights. I am Phillip O'Rourke, the Executive Director of the Yellow Springs Chamber of Commerce. And one of the things that's always impactful is understanding just how communities are built, what resources and assets communities have at their disposal, and not just communities, businesses, and not just businesses and the impact, but the people behind them, the legacy that is built that powers all of this. And today we are joined by Perk Reichley of Reichley Insurance with over 65 years of legacy and impact on the community. And we're excited that he is here today. So join me in welcoming Perk Reichley. Perk, hello.
Hey, Phillip, how are you? Good to be here today.
Well, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining me today.
Not a problem. Looking forward to it. What can I help with? This is good.
Yeah, I'm very excited about people having an opportunity to hear directly from you. You're such a pillar in and around Yellow Springs. I know that there is a Greene County impact, so much impact with all the years that you have been investing in people and investing in the community. So I guess my question is, with all of that, how did you even become connected to all of these communities?
Wow, that just is a kind way of saying I'm really old. So I've been doing insurance work. I'm the third generation of a family legacy agency that started in 1946, Xenia in 1951.
Wow.
The real introduction, I think, came when my father acquired the last real independent agent that was located in Yellow Springs, the Deal Insurance Agency, back in the early 80s. So our introduction into the Yellow Springs community came from the acquisition of an existing agency that was domiciled in Yellow Springs.
Okay.
And my father and I took that first year and we actually met with every client. We sat down and we got to meet who these people were and what they needed. We rewrote a lot of insurance policies over to different carriers, improved coverages, improved pricing, things of that nature. And I think it was just the personal attention that we gave to each client back in the first year of service that kind of connected us. We got to know these people. We got to care about the community. We got to see the impact. And we literally kind of became very much a part of the Yellow Springs community by doing it that way. We've never had an office in Yellow Springs. You would think, what the heck? You're not even located in Yellow Springs. And yet our philosophy has always been, we'll come to you. We don't need you to come and find me in a brick and mortar location somewhere in the township or even in the city limits or village limits. We'll come to you. And we've always tried to do that. We will meet our clients in their business place of residence or at a public location like the Bill's Park Hotel restaurant or some of the other little public spots around town. So we are very personal and very connected to our customer base, not just in Yellow Springs.
Yeah.
We do write a lot of insurance in Yellow Springs, and we've been taking care of a lot of the people in Yellow Springs for many, many, many years, decades, actually. So we're very privileged to be part of that community.
So with what you offer, can you kind of open up the dialogue when it comes to businesses versus individuals? What do you offer when it comes to that?
Well, personal insurance, our agency can handle, business insurance, personal insurance, employee benefits, life insurance. So, depending on what you need, the best place to probably start is like, if you need some question answered related to insurance, call me.
Yeah.
We can help. Even if I don't directly do it, I'll know people that do. We can make referrals if we need to, but generally speaking, we handle all types of business insurance. So if you've got a business property and liability insurance, professional coverages, bonding, if you are a contractor or things of that nature. We drift into employee benefits, so small group insurance. We work with the Chamber Alliance programs, the SACA plans. We have access to all of the employee benefits. We can do key person life insurance. We can do individual life insurance. We can even answer any questions in those areas. So I'm not really, I've often told people I'm a horrible insurance salesman, but I'm a great, I will first figure out what you need and then determine if that's a rational request. And then we'll talk about maybe doing products to try to fill that need. But sometimes it's not. I've had many conversations with clients. It's like, you need to stop doing that. You don't need to buy insurance for that. You need to quit doing that. That's not something that is healthy or sustainable or something of that nature. So I tend to be more of a business consultant that might use insurance products to assist when we need those types of things, rather than being viewed as just an insurance salesman.
Yeah, that's really good, because I think that goes back to your philosophy of connecting with people.
Right.
Not just selling products, but really listening and building that relationship to understand what somebody's needs, what their business or personal life needs, and what would be the best fit. Whether it's something you offer, or like you said, whether it's just kind of like a full stop somewhere.
That's right. A lot of people, we have a need, we have this issue, we have something to do. How do we work through that? Before you buy insurance, you try to figure out, is there a way to avoid the risk, or if there's a way to transfer it someplace else before you actually absorb the risk and then try to buy insurance to try to mitigate that risk. So it's a bit of a process. It's really not complex. We try to not make anything complex. We try to get to know the customers well enough to be able to be good advisors for them and try to take care of that stuff for them.
Yeah, one of the things that I really enjoy about you is your consistency when it comes to connecting with people and the passion behind that. I think that is such a power. It's like such a superpower, specifically because we're in such a world where the connection can have a lot of noise and have a lot of static, and there's so many ways to not connect.
It is. Recently we just merged the agency into a larger entity called OneDigital, partially because I don't have family members coming behind me. So when my time of retirement, putting me out to pasture, whatever happens first, all of that stuff, when it finally does come around, I will want to make sure that the agency is in a good place to be continued and the legacy continues on. But OneDigital brings a unique offering in that OneDigital brings scale to the small agency model. There are a lot of people out there acquiring agencies like mine and then sort of disassembling them and putting them into call centers and things of that nature. And that would not work for us. We wanted to maintain the small personal agency concept, but wrapped inside of a much larger entity that will give us the ability to survive, increase markets, get access to technologies like AI and other types of things on platforms that are really, really well thought out and solid, not just experimented with as a small agency might do. High level data protection, HR services, best practices when it comes to attracting the next generation of people that are going to replace me at some point in time. So I think it's certainly, we're 1 year into the merger. We're sort of still trying to work out all the technical issues, but for the most part, you really shouldn't see a whole lot of modifications in how we do business or why we do business. But behind the scenes, the what and how are going to be dramatically changing and being improved. So we're excited about those opportunities.
So with the merger, I know a lot of people, when there is a long-standing history of connection and reputation and all of that, with the merger and your selection of OneDigital as the path forward for Reichley Insurance, what can people expect when it comes to relationship?
Hopefully no change at all. I mean, my staff, myself, they're not reaching down and changing why I come to work every day and what I'm about to do for my customer base. Behind the scenes, they're going to help me give more markets, more choice, more opportunity to serve, hopefully with more competitive quotes, better models, better technology, better data security, all of the things that are necessary, but you don't really the average customer doesn't really see those types of things.
Yeah.
You know, you expect me to do a good job, and we will, and we are. We're going to do a better job going down this road along with the OneDigital partnership. But you shouldn't really notice a big change in how we're doing business. And when you call, phone will still ring, our people will still answer, we will still take care of the issues, we will still renew the policies, we will still be here to address the questions, issues, claim concerns, things of that nature. So from that standpoint, we hope nothing changes on
Yeah.
That's the goal anyway.
Yeah, when I heard you when you mentioned the staff, I started to think about organizational culture, and with your passion again for people and connection, and how you develop people's your staff's interest in what that culture is. What is your philosophy when it comes to business and keys to your success?
Well, okay, so I'll tell you a short story that'll explain this. So all of my carriers used to come into my office and want to know what my plan was for the next year. And what that means is, what am I going to write? What numbers am I going to do? What are my financial goals for the business? And they really kind of got frustrated because I didn't really have a financial goal. My goal was to take care of people. You know, I would basically answer their question with, what are you going to do next year? Well, I'm going to take care of people. Whoever shows up, I'm going to take care of them. Whether that's answering a question, directing them to the right place, maybe selling a policy, maybe renewing a policy. But at the end of the day, it's what's best for them. And I really don't have to focus on the rest of it. It sounds very cliche, but I've never had to worry about the monetary value of the agency. We are very good stewards with the resources that we're giving. But that is not what drives me. It's never driven me. I'm not a money kind of a person. I'm a relationship person. I'm a problem solving, get involved with people to make sure that not only did we solve the problem, but did they understand that we had solved the problem so that they get the benefit of being relieved of some concerns and some anxiety over this stuff. You know, a good insurance policy should make you live life with a little less worry, period. I mean, even if you don't have a claim that most people don't have claims, but a good insurance policy backed by good caring people should make you live life a little less concerned about the future. You know, that's the benefit of having a team of people on your side to take care of this, not just the last transaction that you did that you don't remember if it's right or wrong. It just cost a certain amount of money.
No, that's great. I love it. And that again goes to understanding and unpacking your success and how you've been successful throughout all these years. So what is, I know we talked about, you know, what's next. What are some other things that we should know? What are some things we should know?
I think that the insurance industry is evolving very, very quickly, like every other business entity, you know, and so we're working very hard to try to keep up with all of the changes in coverage, changes in underwriting philosophy, changing in the market appetites for different things. Policies are going to be evolving. You know, now if you've got metal roofs on your structures, you're likely going to have some exclusionary coverage language that we're going to have to try to address, explain, point out, have discussions on. Higher deductibles. I mean, nothing is staying static. So, I mean, everything, I would just encourage everybody that listens to at least have a conversation over the next 12 months with your insurance representative. Just what's changing? What do I need to know? What are my options? How do I get prepared for that? It's not rocket science, but it's really, I've often told people your insurance is only as good as the last conversation you had with your insurance professional, whether it's you buying it direct on the marketplace or whether it's working with somebody like myself. So have a conversation with us. Don't wait for us to try to get around to do the invitations. If you're thinking about it, you haven't talked to us for a while, call us up. I mean, I'm more likely to try to schedule some time and have a conversation and kind of go through some stuff. And every time we do, even if I don't make a lot of changes, we both feel more connected to the process, and we get the benefit of having a well done insurance program put together and ready to take advantage of its services if we ever needed it.
Mm. No, that's good. Well, I appreciate your longevity of service.
Appreciate that. You're very kind. Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean it matters. In particularly, like we were talking about, it matters today. I think relationships are the starting point for success, and you demonstrate that in what you say, and more so what you do. So thank you for making such a big impact on.
Well, I appreciate it. We've I really say clients, but they're more friends. We've gotten to know most everybody that we work with on a level that is more than just they're my customer.
Yeah.
I get to know these people and care about them. Probably my last biggest thing that I'll probably do, Philip, is probably train my replacement at some point in time. I mean, that's not something that happens in a week or a month.
Yeah.
If I'm starting to get ready to step down in the next couple of years, taking somebody that I think has the future of getting to know all of these relationships, and not just who they are, but what they mean, what they do, and some of the complicated processes that we've had to get to know and understand to try to do their insurance correctly. But trying to bring somebody else into that world and exposing them to them, that's probably my last biggest accomplishment that I can do to leave the agency in the best possible way. I'm not ready to retire yet, but that's not something that would happen in a month.
Sure.
So it's a couple of years of work to try to develop that into somebody. So that's something we're probably going to be looking to try to do in the next year or two, is to start that process.
Yeah, well, I know that with how careful you are with relationships, with how intentional you are with your working culture and all of that, I'm sure whoever you select will be well up for the job.
Well, I hope so. That's always they will be the next generation to take on this role, and I'm sure they will do a good job. And if anything else, it's hard to find personal service in this world on anything, and that is going to be the key element of not just making somebody technologically competent, but also relationship competent, somebody that values those relationships and will be able to continue those. Because in my opinion, if we lose the ability to be personal, we're just like everybody else. We're just a transaction at that point, and there's no differentiation.
Perk, thank you for joining me on Chamber Insights today. I appreciate you opening up and sharing your history and what the future looks like too.
You're welcome, my friends. Good to see you again, always. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Perk Reichley with Reichley Insurance. And we're more than just transactions. We're people, we're relationships. And that is how building success looks like. And it's a true challenge for all of us. It's a true challenge for all of us. Thank you to Perk Reichley for coming on. And for more information, go to yschamber.org/insights to learn more about what you may need to know about insurance for either your business or yourself.
To be a guest on Chamber Insights or to inquire about advertising opportunities, please email insights@yschamber.org or visit www.yschamber.org/insights.